Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 of the New Life podcast. I'm with the beautiful Sherelyn Godden, Viking warrior princess,
Hi.
and my fiance.
Hi.
Hi. So today we're going to talk about mindset and motivation. Sherelyn likes to work out more than I do, which is saying a lot.
Is that really? Really? Okay.
I mean, I think you work out more than I do.
Oh yeah, I probably do. That's
So we're going to talk about why you do that, how, and maybe help some other people that want to be motivated. Sherelyn has a story too, but she's just not ready to share it yet. So we're breaking her in slowly by talking about working out.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do.
So tell everyone maybe how you started working out, when you started working out, and how you got to Gamma in 2 minutes.
Oh wow, that's fast. So I started working out. I think I was just kind of moving around. I was doing dance all through high school and just never really was passionate about it. Just kind of did it to move. And then I started in college just working out on the elliptical like every other girl in college just to be fit and migrated to the weight room. Didn't know what I was doing, and that was really embarrassing because obviously there was a bunch of guys there and I was just like, I don't belong here. So I ended up with the elliptical for the rest of college. And then I was dating a guy in, what was this? I don't know, when I moved to Texas, so a couple years after that. And he was like, hey, have you heard of this CrossFit thing? And I'm like, no, I don't really know what that is. He's like, oh, guys do a bunch of this really cool, badass stuff. It's kind of underground, and it's like, a bunch of really fit people. And I was like, that sounds fun. But I'm definitely not that fit. So I kind of just put it to the side, and then it was a year or two later, I ended up trying CrossFit and absolutely fell in love with it. I remember the very first time I went in there, they were like, we're gonna PR today and you're gonna PR your deadlift, and I was like, okay, sure. So they just it was me and 4 guys, and they just kept putting weights on the bar, and I kept lifting it and it felt great. They were like, wow, you're really strong. And that was the first time I ever felt empowered by lifting weights, and I think that's really what got me inspired to keep doing it. And obviously everyone who knows me knows that deadlifts are still my favorite movement for that reason. But yeah, and then it's just kind of progressed. I tried some other things. I was never really I never found a coach that could kind of keep me motivated and keep me focused on the passion that I had with CrossFit. And so I ended up doing, kickboxing and a bunch of other things kind of throughout that time. Running, ran my 1 marathon, checked that off the bucket list. And then, I found out that I could get more into CrossFit by just learning skills and trying to do that. And so ended up back in the CrossFit world, and then I met this guy here and never looked back.
We all know what happened next.
Yeah, I've been more passionate about CrossFit ever since. But he did try to teach me how to do muscle ups the very first time I met him, and I still don't know how to do muscle ups, but I got a fiance out of it, so who's the real winner here?
Well, muscle ups will come.
One day.
So when it's not deadlift day, how do you get motivated to work out?
It's a lot of intrinsic motivation these days. It used to be a lot of just I'm going because I want to prove something to other people. I want to just kind of make myself feel better. And that lasted for a while, but it was very a very shallow way to look at it. And it was only once I started realizing what my body could actually do, and I know everyone's probably heard this before, but once I found my own strength and found out that I could lift heavy things, and really started working out for myself and for the goals that I actually had, was when I became really passionate about it.
Yeah, similar for me, and I think it's similar for a lot of people. You start working out because oh, I want to look good to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and that's fine. I mean, whatever your motivation is, if it's, I have something coming up in the future and I want to look good for it, that's fine. I mean, everyone has to start for some reason or another, but if once you can realize that, oh, working out feels good, I like to work out, it changes the reason why you're going to the gym. So what do you think is the reason that you go now?
It varies. It depends on the day, and it depends on what's going through my mind at the time. Sometimes I still say this to this day, and I'll continue to say this, but the angrier I am, the better my workouts tend to be. So it's kind of hard now because I'm not really angry as much as I used to be.
Mean to you all the time?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But like I have a stressful day at work, or like it's really how I kind of vent is through working out now. Like I used to go and drink all the time, and now I don't have any other outlet, so I just work out, and those end up being my best workouts. So there's that motivation that's always good. And then it's, again, just seeing my friends and them holding me accountable and just being surrounded by people that I know care about the same thing that I do really gets me to the gym on certain days. Some days it is just because I want to feel good about myself, and I don't. And so I know by going to the gym, I'll feel better about myself. Like I do still struggle sometimes, but I don't really I think that the key is not letting yourself think about it. Like, I know that I'm a very good morning worker-outer just because once I'm up, I'm up. I don't spend time to, like, think about, like, how comfortable the bed is or how warm it is. It's just, like, I gotta roll out of bed and go. And if I think about it too much, then I'm not gonna make it happen. And I think that's where a lot of people struggle is they start to think about their decisions before they actually make them. And there's some things that you don't really have to think about. Just get up and go to the gym. Call it a day.
Yeah, decision-making process is really tricky, and I admire that about you, that if it has to be 5 a.m., it has to be 5 a.m., and it's not really the battle of, oh, I have to get up early. It's going to be 5 a.m., and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's really rare to find in a lot of people. I know CrossFit seems to have a 5 a.m. crowd all the time, but general population, people I talk to at work, people that I see around, everyone's like, oh, I got up at 6 o'clock today. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, really? And I don't even bring up the fact that I got up at 4 and went to the gym at 5. Like, it's not even worth bringing up to them because they don't understand the why and the how. But I feel like people that exercise understand, like, oh, well, if I get up and work out, then I might have the rest of the day to do other things. Maybe not so in our case because our other things are going back to the gym later to work out again.
Mm-hmm.
But
if we had time.
If we have time. But that leads to a lot of other life situations as well. I mean, it's the same decision-making process. For me, was, quitting smoking was the same as, not going to the gym. So, like, if I could quit smoking, that decision for me is the same as, like, oh, I need to go to the gym. It's just another decision that you have to make in order to be healthier and live a better life. So that kind of leads us to mindset. So motivation is like the why you work out or the why you do things. And to me, mindset is what you do. So I just forgot what I was thinking about.
No, but I'm still thinking about what you were saying before with the whole smoking thing. Like, I think that's really good because that kind of ties into what I was saying earlier about, like, how, like, subconsciously you initially have to make that step into, like, thinking about that thought process. Like, I'm consciously not going to smoke today, or I'm consciously, like, not going to, like, work out today or not work out today. Like, and then once you start making it a habit, it no longer crosses your mind. It's just like a thing that you just do because you know it's the right thing to do. Like, I'm not smoking today. Well, then eventually you're just not smoking and you don't even think about it. So the same thing with working out is like it just becomes part of your daily routine and you just kind of become automated to it. But mindset, you have to get yourself in that frame of mind before you can even, like, you have to have a clean slate, a good slate, or it's going to be a downhill spiral towards negative things.
Yeah, and starting small is the key. Mm-hmm. I like how you said it starts with one decision because it's a lot of decisions. Like, oh, should I make the bed today? Or, it's not even a decision. Like, once you start doing it, then it just becomes a habit. So, like, making good decisions lead to other good decisions, which lead to bigger things. And then all of a sudden, like, your life just seems to get easier. Mm-hmm. And I think that was a big realization for me. When I got out of prison, like, I just tried to do the right thing for the right reason. So then people started, seeing that I was being productive, and then they'd offer to help with things. And I didn't even realize how much they were helping until later, like, a couple months down the road, I realized, oh, that was really nice what that person did. Or, it kind of piles up and gets to the point where life just gets easier if you're doing the right thing on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So, can you think of anything else mindset related?
No, I mean, I think that was a really good point to tie on, is that like it compiles and compiles, and you can't let yourself get stuck in. I see a lot of people that always have excuses for things, and just kind of get stuck in that swirl within their mind, and it's a challenge. It's a very hard challenge to step outside of your mind sometimes, because your mind controls you. Like, all of the thoughts that you think and everything that you do controls you. And I still struggle with it on a regular basis. I find myself caught in thoughts, and at least now I'm at the point where if they're negative thoughts, most of the time I can kind of take a step back and be like, well, why are you thinking this way? Like, even on my drive home, I was behind this huge truck, and it was like a minute from our house, and I was just angry because I had to follow this truck, and I'm like, okay, well, this truck's helping to pave this street, like, I should just be appreciative of it. Like, I seriously had to think about that in my head. I was like, he's doing something productive, so I don't know why I'm angry at him. And then he got out the way, and then I just drove right ahead, and it was crazy because I don't know if it was because I changed my mindset or just because he got out of the way, but it was a good story.
That's good, babe.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, so I hope you all enjoyed our podcast on mindset and motivation. We're going to try to get better at this. We got night headphones and speaker now, so it'll sound better.
Yeah, we're really excited about that.
Yeah, and they look so cool.
And give us feedback and tell us what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, if there's anything that you are interested in. I'm going to interview different people from our gym and maybe other gyms, and just, as much of a learning process for me as it is sharing it with you, and then we can just help build our community. So stay strong, stay healthy, eat eggs.
Deadlift.
Bye.